Okay, so today there are going to be some bits where people might think, oh, that's a little bit difficult, but it's actually more concentration on the movement of our breath and how we link that into poses and how we move and transition through the poses. So it's more about taking control of yourself. So if you're in a stressful situation and you're moving from one thing to another, you can take a breath in, pose, and then move on to the next thing. And that's what breath in yoga is all about. It's about being able to control that energy flow and that anger and those emotions. So we're just going to pop ourselves up. That's not straight. I can never do. Feet together. Take your feet out to the side. Drop your hands on your hips and just allow a natural flow of your hips. Allow them just have a little sway and feel like they're warming and moving up the body. So you can feel your spine just starting to move. And it's a natural thing. It's where your energy wants to take you. So you might be slower, you might be faster, but just letting the knees have a little bend while we're doing it. Pressing through the toes. So start to allow the toes to kind of move across the balls of the feet. So allowing the body to move. And we're going to do that a couple more times. And then we're going to take the hands over and come down. Take the hands up and come down. And take the hands up and come down. And change direction. So at the top, we're just going to have a little sway. Low. That's it. And then we're going to come down and up. And down and up. And down and up. And again, have a little sway at the top. We're going to come down and we're going to sway at the bottom. And we're just going to let the body be heavy, a bit like a monkey. Nice heavy floppy arms, warming the knees up. Let the arms start to move into a little figure of 8. So you're just allowing the shoulders, the spine starting to move. Nice and slow. And then take the hands back up and over the head. And just let it fall. Let it sway again. Nice and relaxed. And then we're going to inhale, take the hands over the head, stretch and breathe and retain the breath. And back down. One more sway from side to side and then into a nice, or slightly open with the legs, nice and low position. We're going to sweep the hands up, breathing in and retain that breath at the top. With the breath retained, we're finding what's happening in the body. Holding, arms going over the top and then inhale, nice breath lifting us up off the ground. Settling into the position and then down. And again, one more time. And down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, just place those hands down. When we do yoga, we talk about diaphragmatic breathing and we breathe into our tummy and up, and then when we exhale, we try and pull through our stomach and out again. But it's not just how you breathe in yoga, as in or how you take the air in, it's when you breathe. So we're going to be doing a little bit of a flow, just to start with. And we're going to think about how and when we're taking breath in. So take yourself to the back of the mat. And before we move, just get settled. Just going to shake everything off. Okay. So every time you make a move, you're either breathing in or breathing out. So the longer you take that breath in, the longer you have to do the move. The longer you let the breath release, the longer you have to come out of that move and into the next one. We pause with breath quite a lot while we transition sometimes, and we're thinking about what the air is doing inside our body, not just the fact that we're pausing. So when we pause, it's a non-judgmental one. We take it in, we hold, we think about what we're doing, and then we exhale as we move on to the next thing. But that's what we're going to be thinking about. So bring your hands into a prayer position. And we're going to lovely, slow, big, deep breath and take the hands up. Pause at the top so you can feel those lungs open. And then exhale, slowly bring your hands down. Think about the air leaving the lungs. Bring the hands back to prayer. Take the breath straight back in. Retain it. Pause at the top. Pausing for a moment. No harm in doing that in life. Exhale. Last time. Hands into prayer. Breathing in and up. One flows on from the next. Exhale. Coming out. And this time we're going to bend the knees and drop ourselves down. Hands on your knees. Breathing in. Support the spine. Lift the head up. Pause with the breath. Open. Exhale, letting the body drop back down. Inhale, take the hands back up and over the head. Pause, bring the hands together. Think about the hands touching, and then exhale, just neutralize the spine. Bring the hands down. What you might find, because you're taking long breaths in, you might get out of breath quicker. So this is thinking about what you're doing for your lung health as well. So hands into prayer. We're going to inhale nice and slowly and pause at the top. Breathing in, taking the hands up. Exhale, bending the knees straight down, falling down. Inhale, hands onto your knees, lift your head. And exhale, bring your body down, start to straighten your legs and let your hands hang towards the floor. So see how much you've moved, but we've only had 2 breaths. So that's important. We're using the breath to support the spine, but also elongating it. Okay, we're going to add an element in just a moment. So just let the knees have a little move from side to side. So we're working through the knees. If you need to touch the feet, or because you can't, or you need to put your hands on top of your knees, that's perfectly fine. But we're going to bend the knee on one side, let the hip fall into it. Big deep breath in. Retain the breath. Transfer the weight over. Settle into that leg. Let the weight sink through the bent knee, and let the breath go. We're controlling what we're doing by the timing of the breath. Let's breathe in. Take that breath, transferring it over to the other side. Exhale, let it go. Last time, breathing in. Taking the breath, taking it over to the other side. Let the breath go, let the body sink. Inhale, straighten that leg. Hold the breath in to support the spine with your hands on your back, and as you exhale, lift the head. Take your hands back into your prayer position. In our breath before we start, we'll prepare the lungs. Big, slow, long, deep breath in. Take the hands up. Nice loose head. There's no pressure on keeping it there. Exhale straight down. Inhale, hands to knees, lift the head, straighten the legs. Hold that breath in, opening up the shoulders, leaning and feeling the hinge from the hips. Let the breath go, bend the knees, and walk yourself down. Lean back as you breathe in, take the hands up, nice long breath. Turn the hands over as you hold the breath. Exhale, push up and expand your energy upwards. Breath upwards. Inhale. Retain that breath, and let's see if we can just gently take hands behind the head to open the chest. Opening up the heart. And exhale, coming back down. Inhale, walk the hands back. Pause while you lower and sink your heels, anchor them down. Exhale, let the weight fall forward. Inhale, place your hands on your back. Pause as you lift and just root yourself down. Exhale, push your hands into your back and come back. Seems simple, but when you're using the breath, it really takes a little bit of concentration. So bring your hands back into prayer. We're going to add a little element to stay where you are and just go to move so you can see me. So hands are going to come up this time like we did before. And pause. And then as we let the breath go, we're going to lean to one side. Breath straight back and back up to the top. Pause. Hold that breath and feel it in your lungs. Feel that expansion. Exhale onto the other side. Inhale, coming up. Bend the knees, taking the hands out while it's still inside, not exhaling yet. And as we exhale, coming down, sweep the hands, inhale back up. Bring the hands back together, pause at the top. Exhale, let's lean to one side. Inhale, drawing up through the body, nice and tall. Reaching up to expand the body towards the universe, and then exhale towards. Inhale, pause at the top. Still breath. Open up, pause, still keep that breath inside the lungs, and then exhale down. Inhale, hands to knees, lift the head up. Pause as you straighten the legs. Exhale, fold the whole of the weight forward and let your head drop. Couple of nice relieving breaths. Let the fresh blood move into the head. Circulation work through the body. Bend, walk your hands forward, take a breath in. Pause with the breath. Bring the knees in, bring them down, and exhale, lift the hands up over the head. This is very good for toning the lungs as we go along. Inhale, push the hands up. Pause with that breath. Maybe you could open up the chest and feel that air pushing against the front of your chest, supporting your spine. Exhale, coming back down. And then place yourself in a nice comfortable position. Let the breath return to neutral. What you'll find is because some people find it's quite difficult to keep up with the breath, we will be having little pauses in between just to catch up and relax. Okay, inhale, take the head up. Now you're going to feel restricted here. Just pause and feel that stretch. Increase that stretch while you're holding the breath in. So tilt that tailbone up, take that chin up towards the ceiling. Now contract and let the breath slowly go as we round through the back. Inhale here. Retain the breath and just see if you can get some more distance between the shoulders, opening up the back. Now stay here. Let the head completely fall. Inhale, let's take the head back nice and slow. You're going to feel that restriction as you move through the body. Retain that breath, deepen the stretch, let the tailbone go back, keep the tailbone up, taking the head back, no strain on the neck. Stretching, try not to breathe if you can. Exhale, contract and round. Nice breath. Breathing deeply into the back of the body. Hold the breath, see if you tuck your chin under, round through the shoulders, pushing your hands into the ground. And exhale back to neutral. And then just let the bum have a little movement. And just let it move up and down a few times, warming up the knees a little bit. And then round and round on the other side. Slide your hands back as you take that breath in, taking it up. Take the breath at the top. Push through, see if you can reach back with the air still there. And exhale, coming back down. Inhale, take your head back. Pause and feel
Feel that stretch down, throat all the way down the body. Keep that air there if you can. Let the bum have a wiggle. And as you exhale, sink your bum down into child's pose. Drop your head onto your hands. Drop yourself down. Have a couple of neutral breaths here. It's important that we learn when to pause, because we're rushing around so much that just pausing in general in life is very, very beneficial. Gets us to rebalance ourselves, get our timing back into a nice routine. Okay. Walk your hands out in front of you. Big deep breath in. Now with that air in, keep your bum still and just walk those fingers forward just a little bit more. Let the head fall as comfortably as you can. Let the breath go. Inhale, lift your bum off the ground. Hold your hips. Use the air inside your lungs. Keep it nice and tight. And then exhale, contract through, round through your spine and come back down. Inhale, rounding up. Save the breath, hold the position. You can open up that position more with your neck if you feel you can. And then contract and round all the way down. In and out breath, nice and neutral. Slide your hands back slightly so when you round up, so breathe and then come back and you're now on back onto your wall. Let your hips have some movement again. And we're going to be quicker with the breath. So similar principle, but we're not pausing. So we're going to inhale and take that head back. Stretch it, go back. Inhale, back up. Exhale, contract and push it out. Use the muscles to push one more time. Exhale, back. Inhale, drawing the hands up over the head. Push the hands up and saying reach back. And exhale, back down. You might start to feel a bit lightheaded, so be very careful. Okay, so we're going to just slide one foot out behind us. It's nice and loose. Make sure there's no tension on the neck from it. In fact, if you just want to take it from side to side, tuck it in, lift it up a couple of times. Take a breath in and feel that cool air down your throat. Nice and lift the foot off the ground, so breathing in. Retain the breath, and we're going to tap the foot diagonally across the body. So we're going to feel a stretch through the hip and through the side of the body. Exhale, back out. Come onto your fingertips. Breathe and bring the knee in towards the chest. Retain and really squeeze those muscles. And as we exhale, if you want to stand up and do it, you can. We're going to put the foot down in front. Let the hips move. Let ourselves sink as we let that go. Again, head's nice and loose. We're putting a lot of strain through the spine and through the hips, so we want to be very careful with what we do. Now, you can just stay down and lift your head up and down as we move. If you want to go a little bit further, and lift the hands off. We're going to inhale and take the hands up nice and high. Pause as we bring the elbows down. And exhale, coming back forward and dropping. Do that again. So we're going to inhale as we lift the hands up. Feel yourself balancing. Pausing through the breath as you open up, feeling that chest open. This time we're going to exhale, but just take the hands out. Inhale all the way down and back up again. As we open. Exhale. Last time. Inhale up. Pause as we open. And back down. Let the head fall. And then we're just going to use our fingertips, a light touch. We're going to lift the head up as we breathe in. We're going to contract through the muscles, keep the breath there. Move through. And exhale as we gently, long breath, face that back down. Do this again. We're going to inhale, lift the head up. Pause with the breath, retaining as we gently let the knees start to stretch. Exhale, place that foot back down. Last time, inhale with the head up. Pause with the breath. And taking it back, pausing still. Exhale, back up. Inhale, take the head up this time. Pause as we move the foot, bring the foot back, and when we get to the point where we take the foot out, that's when we exhale and reach. Foot out. Bring your knee down, place your hands nice and flat again. Inhale, take your nice big deep breath in. Pausing, letting the body open while the air is retained. Exhaling into child's pose. That breath. Inhale, slide the hands back, take them straight back and over the head. Pause as we push through the fingers and stretch them back. Move the shoulders if you feel you can. Let the hands release as you exhale. Bring yourself back down onto the floor. Nice loose head, just let it move. Oh. We're going to quite quickly with the cat-cow in that breath. So inhale, take the head back. Nice long breath though. Stretching, exhale, contracting around. Really pull the muscles in. Squeeze the air out. All the way. Inhale, back up. And exhale, straight away. Last time, hands up. And exhale, straight away. Inhale, back to neutral. And exhale, just put that foot down behind you. So we're going to take a breath in and lift the foot up on the other side this time. Pause as we just take it. Come back up and exhale. Just lift the head slightly. Come up to your fingertips and exhale. Bring the knee in towards the body. Breathe in and hold the knee here. Try and get the forehead as close to the knee as possible. While the breath is paused, let's see if we can adjust the feet. Sink ourselves down, and then the last of the breath. Ready? Let's do what we did before. We'll just move the shoulders, move the head slightly, just so you can feel a little bit more ease through the spine. Okay, so we're going to lift that. You can just move through the head and the body if that's more comfortable. Please don't put any pressure through your hips. We're going to inhale and take the hands up and open up. Pause at the top and back down. Inhale, take the hands up. Pause and open up the chest, chin up towards the ceiling. Bring your hands back down. Inhale, taking the hands up nice and high. Pausing and opening up. Let the hands fall back slightly. Exhale, reach out behind you. Then that inhale as we come forward. And up, pausing at the top, opening down. Exhale, releasing. Inhale down, coming back up for the last time. Pausing it, opening. Then exhale, coming down and dropping the head. Lightly onto your fingertips. Inhale, take your head back. Retain the breath. The knee just lightly to start with. Exhale, place that foot back down. Inhale, take the head up. Pause as you, with the breath, as you move through the body, through the knee. Exhale, placing that foot back down. And again, inhale, taking the head up. Pausing as we come down. Just raise through the knee. Exhale back up. Last time, inhale, coming up with the head. Pausing, holding the breath for a bit longer so we can deepen that stretch. Try and retain that breath as long as you feel comfortable too. And exhale, placing that foot back down. I'm going to come out of this slightly differently how we came out from the other side. Just move the hands back slightly, move the foot back slightly so you're not dropping your hips. Inhale, lift the head up. Pause as we dig the toe in. Keep the breath retained as we lift the body, and as we exhale, bring the foot forward. Let the rest of the head fall forward in the last of the breath. Let everything drop. Let the knees have some movement, but we really want to start feeling that movement through the back of the legs, releasing the tension. We carry a lot emotionally as well, and we put all that in our ankles and our knees. So to be able to have that freedom down the back of the knees is always really good. Let your hands drop as much as you can. Put your weight forward. Head's nice and loose. You're not lifting unless you've got blood pressure problems. The rest of you, let your head wobble. And we're going to breathe in through the nose, and we're going to feel how cool that air is in through the nose. Breathing in. Take the air, open up your shoulders, weights forward, and see if you can wiggle your body down. And as you exhale, let the weight go. You feel that in the back of your knees and down through the calves. Do the same again. So breathe in nice and cool air through the nose, nice and long breath. Get some space down the spine, open up the knees. Weights in front of the toes, then let the weight and everything drop. Stay here for a second. Let the body sway the weight from side to side, from heel to heel. It doesn't have to be a big movement, it's just feeling it travel through the legs and through the hips. So you're just letting the body move from side to side, trying to keep those knees relatively quite straight. When you come out of this, you may feel like you're a little bit lightheaded. So we do have to be a little bit careful. We're just going to bend the knees very slightly, put the hands on the knees, lift the head up, breathing in. Stay here, just arch the back, but keep the head still, let the breath go. Inhale, take the head back up. Tuck the tailbone up behind you. And as you exhale, let's come all the way up. We'll come up high, 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 high. And then release. So have a little movement through the feet. So, most of them is going to be quite simple today, but there's just going to be other one that's going to put pressure in different places. But let's start with your legs quite far apart, and a bit like what we did at the beginning of the class, let's have a sway from side to side. Oh, no, but on your hips, and you can just sway from side to side. Very attractive. And you can move from side to side. Sit on one side. Just take your hands up, big deep breath in. And with your hips still, just have some movement through your shoulders. And exhale back to neutral. Side to side. It's very subtle. Sink onto the other side. Inhale, lift the hands up. Little movement through the spine. You'll feel it in the back where you've got a little bit of compression. Exhale to neutral, bring your hands down, take your feet out, body's nice and high and nice and tall, so we're going to breathe in and retain, so tall, long breath, breathing in. As we retain, we sink down, we don't need to go very low, just feeling the knees work. Exhale, feel ourselves root. Hands up, breathe as straighten your legs. Movement through the hips. And come down, exhale. Do that again, inhale, come up. Turn the hands over this time, push up, stay up. Exhale, coming back down. It's nice and loose. While you're in this position, tilt your tailbone forward. You're not in a squat position, so sinking down through a straight line. Your knees are out, not falling in, so try and keep them open. We're opening our hips. This is where we root ourselves, but also we feel nurtured when we've got this area above our tailbone active. We can feel nurtured and feel comfortable in ourselves. So we're going to contract through there and keep ourselves nice and tall. Your hands, slide them down just down towards your thighs. With this straight spine, breathe in, and you're going to lean forward. You're going to pop that tailbone out behind you, lean forward very slightly. Exhale, tailbone forward, lift the body. Breathe in, retain. Still very attractive, coming forward and holding. Keep those knees still, breathe in, lift the body up. Take the head up if you can feel you can balance. Exhale, coming forward, then exhale in this position. Dropping the hands, inhale, straighten the legs. Drop the hands down. The legs as they are, but just movement through the knees. Okay, we're going to add something different into what we've been doing. We're going to use the air to support the spine. So we always work the pelvic floor. The pelvic floor is just in between the hips here. So what we think about is pulling up into the body and inwards as though we're wearing a tight belt. Wall coming in and up. It's almost like where your belly button is. You try to pull all your muscles into that point. So we're going to come back down, find our way there nice and slowly. Hands back on your thighs, leaning forward. So we've already tested this from moving back and forward, but we're going to lean forward into it. We're going to put the weight into our arms. Take a lovely big deep breath in, nice and tall. We're going to twist on the central axis and see if we can lower that shoulder towards that knee on the other side. So that's all the way. Exhale back up. Lift the head, breathe in. Retain that. That sort of supporting the spine with the breath. Come up, exhale. Try not to hunch them. Deep breath in. Twisting. Coming down. Exhale back up. Breathe in. Twisting. Coming down. Come back up. Exhale, straighten your legs. What you'll notice when that air is in your body and you're holding and twisting and moving, you'll feel as though your lungs are getting more space and your organs are getting a bit of stimulation. So it's good for the back as well. So we're working the whole of everything that's being continued side up towards. Very important. Hands on hips. We are going to come out of this. Hands on hips. Go to very gently take the weight over to one side. I'm going to do it with breath. In fact, let's breathe in nice and tall. Come down. And push back up as we exhale. Try not to let the knee overhang the foot. Breathe in, come down. Pause the breath. Exhale. Last time coming down and holding. Reach the hands up. Exhale, see if we can either come to the knee or if we can, we're going to come to the ground. Let the head drop. Just a couple of breaths here. Walk your hands round over your feet. Lift your heel off and just push your heel away from you so you can feel that stretch down the back of the neck. Down the neck. Calf. Yes. Just have a rock through your hips so you can feel, see my heels lifting up and down slightly. You can feel that stretch moving through the body. Down nice and low. Place your knee down again. Go flat. Inhale, lifting the hands up. Opening up. Exhale, back down. Move your hands back. Put your toes in the ground. Inhale, come back. Exhale, lift. Do that on the other side. So hands are nice and high, give them a movement. Just let them drop a couple of times, in fact, just to release the shoulders. And then inhale, come up and sink down. Exhale, back up. Inhale, come down.
You're lifting the body, the air's in there to help massage all the way through. Face there. Back up. Inhale down. Exhale down. Let the head fall. Nice and fluid. Nice and neutral. Walk your hands round. Breathe in. Retain the breath as you place that knee down. Let the breath go when you settle. Foot's going to go flat. Inhale, lift the head, lift the arms. Open up. Inhale, lifting through the toes, place the foot back down. Retain as you walk the hands round, and as you exhale, let's come up. Bring the hands down and slowly walk your feet. Bring yourself back to the end of the mat. Nice big shake. Just start to feel like you're getting lots of oxygen. You're very refreshed. Hyper. Okay. Hands are into prayer. Inhale, take the hands up. Pause and get space in the lungs and through the ribcage and through the body. Exhale to one side. Inhale back up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale back up. Pausing. Hands are going to come down. Bend the knees, let the breath go. Let the head wobble for just a second. Inhale, straighten the legs, lift the head. Exhale, bring the weight into the toes, let the body fall. Inhale, bring your hands, if you can touch your legs, that's fine. If you can touch your fingers, breathe in, lift your head. We're going to exhale and pop ourselves down. Walk the hands out, keep your bum in line with your knees. Place your forehead against the mat. And we're going to breathe in, so take a big deep breath in. You can put a cushion underneath your head if you don't want to go so far, so breathe in deeply. Now with that air safely filling your lungs, opening your ribcage, have a little move through your shoulders. See if you can increase the stretch underneath the arms and through the lungs, and let the breath go. So be careful, because you don't want to put any pressure on your shoulders, don't want to go too deep, or don't want to feel like the whole of your weight through. So just position that's comfortable for you. If you want to take your bums slightly back, that's fine. I'm going to do that again. Big deep breath in. Hold the breath. Let's get some nice space in the arm. Exhale. Inhale, slide the hands back. Exhale to neutral. Inhale, take the head back, open up the body. Retain at the top, feel that opening. Exhale, contract around. Onto your fingertips. Inhale, take the hand and the foot out behind you. Keep the air inside as you contract and bring the knee in. Exhale, place the foot down. Inhale, straight away, lift the hands up. Pause and open up the chest. Exhale, back down, bring the hands to the inside of your foot. Inhale, come up through your knee, place your foot down. Inhale, hands onto your knees. Pause as you go down. Exhale, hands onto your legs, lean forward. Breathe in.
Pause, move down. Exhale back up. Breathe in. Pause, move the shoulder. Exhale back up. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, turn around, place your foot knee down. And with the pause, take that leg back, let it move, place it down, and then exhale, walk your hands back into a forward bend. Quite a big retention there. You need to breathe, obviously, but that's what we're trying to do, build up that lung capacity. Inhale, take the hands round and up and over the top. Hold the hands, let's exhale. Come to one side. Inhale, coming up, use your tummy muscles, use your core, use your pelvic floor. Exhale, over. Inhale, come up nice and high. Exhale, bring your hands down, bend your knees all the way down to the ground, let your head fall. Inhale, put your hands on your back, lift your body halfway, lift your head. The camera hasn't paused, I've just paused. Exhale, let's walk ourselves out. Inhale, place your hands down. Retain the breath as you settle. Drop your head, and when you feel comfortable, exhale. Inhale again. Retain that breath. Let's see if we can get some movement. Again, no pressure on the shoulders if you can help it. Exhale. One more time. Retain the breath this time. Just have a small movement. Settling in. Exhale. Inhale, round the hands and come back up. Exhale to neutral. I'm to breathe through your mouth. You perhaps should breathe through your nose. I'm just wanting to demonstrate. So breathe and take your head back. Taking that breath, deepen that movement. Exhale, control. Inhale, take the other leg out behind you. Exhale, bring it in. Fingertips, breathe in. Pause and hold. Exhale, place that foot down. Inhale, lifting straight up. Pause as you open up the chest, lift it towards the sky. Exhale, back down, place your hands on the insides of your legs. Now I'm going to have to move so you can see what I'm doing. Place them down. Inhale, lifting up the foot. And lifting the body. Inhale, coming down, bending the knees. Exhale, sliding the hands and leaning forward. Lovely breath in here. We'll have a pause. Again. Inhale. Move through the shoulder down. Exhale, back up. Breathe in. Retain, come down, have a pause. Exhale, back up. Inhale, take the hands back. Hold. Exhale, back down. Feel the foot. Inhale, turn. Hold the breath as you walk the hands back. Find your position. Round your shoulders. Exhale, let the body drop. 2 breaths. Another one. Now place your hands on your knees, lift your head up. Retain the breath, hold here, deepen the stretch. Exhale, contract. Around, inhale, come up nice and tall. Exhale, bring your hands back. Have a nice rest, pause and breath. And keep breathing. With that continual breath, it takes muscle off out of you. Why you get quite good weight loss in yoga, because there is a lot of breath after, speeds up metabolism, helps the digestion. So it's really good. It's fresh oxygen, moves the circulation quicker. Move through your feet a couple of times. Move through your head. Your feet just slightly wider than hips distance apart. Shake everything off. Okay. Inhale, take your hands up. And then come back down. Little bend in the knee and we push back. As we come back down, we take the hands apart, bend the knees, we push the energy down, root ourselves down. We want to lift us up, feel light as a feather, agile. And then we're just going to sway and stay at the bottom and have a little sway. And then continue that movement all the way back up. Change directions, coming down, sway at the bottom. And sway at the top. Start to circle. Nice big, the arms are moving independently, nice round, move, take them back in the direction. And it feels quite like my water being moving. Anyway, it feels nice. Now, bring your feet back together. Hands on hips. Take your hips, the feet down flat. Again. Let's make sure that our spine is nice and neutral, so neither sinking on the hips or raising the hips. Nice and neutral. Shoulders are nice and loose. And then just let breath ahead. Okay, so close your eyes. Your eyes closed. Just let your hands fall heavy. You might want to give them a really soft shape. And I want you to feel the weight in your feet. So think about rocking the weight. If it makes you feel a bit uncomfortable and a bit sick, just open your eyes. But what I want you to do is rock your weight from the front of your toes back to your heels. You can feel your weight distribution changing. And because your eyes are closed, you're very much more aware of that. And then come back to the neutral with the spine. Put your hands on your hips, you've still got your eyes closed. And just bend your knees down and push through the feet. Bend your knees down, stay down for a second. Right, what can you feel? Your eyes are closed, how do your knees feel? How do your ankles feel? How do you feel the weight is distributed through your body? Is your spine straight? And push the legs back. Drop your hands back down by the sides of the body. And just drop your chin to your chest. As you breathe, with the head nice and low but the spine straight, breathe in through your nose, nice cool fresh air, feeling it coat the throat. And I want you to notice it goes through the neck, how the neck is opening because the head is low and how it feels as the air enters it. So breathing in. Stay nice and low with the head, just let the breath go, let the shoulders be heavy, let the body sink in towards the ground. That sensation when you're at the beach and you're standing with the waves washing over your feet, as they drag out your feet, the heels sinking into the sand, bringing your weight all the way down. So let's do that again. Head's nice. With your eyes closed, imagine that's what's just happened. The water's washed over your feet. Again. And as you're exhaling, you feel your heels sinking into the sand. Feel that water washing, sand coming away from underneath your feet. And keep your feet in that water. Keep your eyes closed. Lift your chin up towards the ceiling slowly. Your chin lifted. Imagine you're looking up to a nice bright blue sky. The ocean waves below. You can still feel that cold water washing over your heels, dragging the sand from underneath your feet. It goes back. You're going to breathe in and take in a fresh new day, all that lovely warming sunshine. Let the troubles sink down into the beach. Bring your head back to neutral. Now with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine there's a breeze coming over your fingers, pushing through the insides of your fingers. It's on your face and against your ear, against your shoulders, against your legs. Gentle ocean breeze, that salty smell. Perhaps you can hear a seagull in the background, but you can hear the waves lapping in. So we're going to breathe in time with those waves. So every time we breathe in, we imagine that wave coming in and hearing that sound. And every time we exhale, we'll let the water draw. Let's take a nice, slow breathe, deep breath in. The breath sounds a bit like waves, so let's let the breath go and feel that wave pull back. Breathing in. Pulling back. And again. And pulling back. And pulling back. And then open your eyes. Bring yourself back into a nice little safe space of sanctuary. Just let your head come to. I'm afraid we're not at the beach, but it was nice to escape there. So we can move through the knees. Now nice and heavy, nice and floppy. Your body should feel almost a bit relaxed, a bit heavy, but quite refreshed. And the troubles of the world wash away by the sea. We're nice and rooted again, feel nice and in control of who we are again. We're going to bring your hands into prayer. We're going to gather the energy up. So, we're going to inhale and take the hands up. And we're going to imagine through our fingers, we're moving it through that energy, almost conditioning it. We feel it, we know we've got this bubble around us, it feels really lovely down the hand. Make sure we fortify the bubbles, so pull the energy up from that beach, and the energy from the ocean coming up over. Reaching up to that nice blue sky. And again, in the ends of your fingertips, let's move through that bubble. Let's feel the edges of that bubble expanding. A nice protective bubble. Protective worry. No, they're not meant negatively, sometimes you can't help but take it that way. Inhale, bringing that energy up, that clean, fresh feeling back over the head. Through the fingers again, let's push, expand, push that energy out. Wrapping the whole body, feel it move underneath your feet. You bring your hands down here, lovely bubble. Everything off intention, the bubble's going to let it go. And every time something negative comes towards you or you feel uncomfortable, imagine it bouncing off your bubble. You don't need it, it's not going to let it in. It's positive and kind. Let's end the class. Inhale, take the hands up nice and high. You feel the thickness of your energy moving through your hands together. Pour the energy down, you want to keep it safe inside that hand, so bringing it down. Namaste.